Wait. Hello. Hello, everyone. My name is Keda Che. I'm the founder and the CEO of Universalabs. At first, let me introduce myself a little bit. So I also co-founded a company, a blockchain company in China. It's called YQTC, and this company was ranked number 5 by Chinese government. And also, I was a researcher at the first blockchain research lab at Harvard University in 2015. And at this lab, I worked for Fidelity, Nasdaq, and Citi, and helped them to build their first POC, first blockchain POC, related with financial product. And also, I teach a class at Harbin Institute of Technology. This class is the first blockchain class at this university. And this is my team's background, so they all share the similar background. They either work for the famous companies or they graduate from top universities. So before I jump to my project, so I want to first share this quote with you. So this quote was in 1977. So Keynes think there's no reason to any individual to have a computer in their home. You know, as we know, so this is 2018. This is like a, like a joke or something. So this is unbelievable. But in 1977, people think this is true. So this is the first personal computer. And this is the first, the Lisa, the Apple's computer, personal computer. And this PC, plays a very important role in the internet. Without a PC, like people like us, we can't access the internet. Then we can't have all these websites, all these services, all the business built on top of the internet. So when we come to this is the first cell phone. So, and this is the first generation of iPhone. Without this, we can't have the mobile internet, and we won't have all these amazing apps like a KakaoTalk, like a Google Map. So what do I want to see at here? Because I think there's something we need to rethink about blockchain technology. Because blockchain technology is very abstract to every user. It's very hard for me to explain what is blockchain to my mom. Because my mom always asks me, hey, Keda, what are you doing? I'm doing blockchain. What is blockchain? This is very similar to when I try to explain internet to my grandparents. It's also very hard. So for the average user, how can we make them to understand blockchain and to access blockchain and use blockchain on daily life? It's a very challenging question. So this is what we want to achieve, or what we want, our approach. So we want to build a public blockchain by creating a consumer-loved product. So because as you can see, if we talk about technology, it's very hard for average user. But if you give them some product to use, to try, and maybe it's easier for them to get used to this blockchain idea and can feel the beauty of the blockchain technology. So this is our product, UBbox. So UBbox is the first decentralized personal cloud. It has 2 main features. The first one, you can use this UBbox as a private cloud. What I mean private cloud? Compare with the Dropbox, Apple Cloud, iCloud, or Google Cloud. This one is private, which means no big company will host this service for you, but you host this service for your own. You can upload your image, videos to this box, and then access it wherever you are. So for example, if you have this device in your home, you upload some of image from your cell phone to this box. Then you travel to New York. You can access your data from New York by accessing this device. This is the first one, the first feature. The second one is this is also a full node of our UB blockchain. So what I mean full node, as you may know, like Bitcoin miners, Bitcoin mining is very popular in China. So miners, so normally they buy this mining machine So they try to use this mining machine to maintain the blockchain network, Bitcoin blockchain network. And by the same time, they get a reward from the system. So what I mean, a full node. So this device, small device, can be a full node of our blockchain network. I will explore more details later. But you remember, these are the two features of this UB box. So what problems are we trying to solve? There are four main problems we are trying to solve. So the first one, so no consumer-focused product. So I think like most of the people here, you have some knowledge of blockchain, but you have never, except the wallet, I think, except the cryptocurrency wallet or exchange, you have never had some real stuff. I mean, real stuff is like some tangible product. You can try, you can fail. Because blockchain, this whole concept is too abstract. It's too geeky. So we need something like for my parents they can use. And the second problem is the proof of work mining. So this is the biggest or the most popular consensus algorithm using by public blockchain, proof of work, POW. But there's some problem with this. This was designed by Adam Back 20 years ago. So it wastes of electricity. And also, the mining machine who is doing proof of work, it means nothing to average user. For example, if you buy a Bitcoin mining machine at your home, it can only help you to get a Bitcoin or make money. It has nothing else to use, no other way to use. The third problem is centralization. So the beauty of blockchain, I think, is decentralization, a decentralized system. But as you can see, so for today, when we talk about scalability, sometimes we try to sacrifice decentralization, like EOS, this very famous or popular public blockchain. But in my opinion, it's a centralized system. Because based on original design of Satoshi Nakamoto, he wants every family can host a Bitcoin node, a full node. People like you can download a Bitcoin software to maintain the Bitcoin network. This is called decentralization. So what I think, like here at our Universal Labs, the biggest reason we want to have this UB box is we want to bring decentralization back to the blockchain industry again. We want to realize the Satoshi Nakamoto's original design. Because Bitcoin, from the decentralization aspect, Bitcoin has failed. But for us, UB, we want to become successful. What I mean successful is everyone, every average user can get a UB box, and they don't need to have a blockchain knowledge. They can maintain this network. This is called what I call decentralization. And the fourth one is so the limitation of current cloud model. So because the current cloud model is mainly based on the centralized cloud service model. So we face some problem like data leak, privacy issue, and also we need to pay like a monthly payment if we want to use the centralized cloud service hosted by Apple or Google, the big companies. So here's our solution. The first one is the UB network. So the UB network, as I just explained, we want to be the most decentralized blockchain on this planet. So the second one is proof storage. So proof storage is a new consensus we are developing. So similar to proof of space, proof of time. So as I just mentioned, proof of work. So people use their computer or ASIC chip, ASIC machine, or mining machine to compete on the computing power to gather the reward. So the proof of storage, it's a different approach. We don't let you to compete on the computing power. We let you to compete on the storage, because storage is the most tangible resource on the internet, and it's meaningful to average user. So this is our approach, and also we are developing the OWP, the ownership protocol. So because if you store something on your UB box, for example, image, you want to claim the ownership of this image or photo because this photo was taken by you. You want to make sure you own it because in the next 10 years, we will see more and more exchange of this kind of digital assets, videos, images. So we need a protocol to make sure that you own your own stuff. And the fourth one is the IPFS and other protocols. So as you may know, IPFS is a new protocol, and it's very powerful. If you want to, it's totally changed the current structure of the internet. And we will integrate this kind of protocols to make sure our UB network will be the strongest and have more applications. But why now? You may have the question, why we want to do all these things now? So first, let me show you some data. This is the data we found on the internet. So you can see from this graph, so the world personal cloud market goes up every year because we realize data is very important to us. We don't want to give up our data to big companies. So that's why we may need some other solution, like personal cloud. You own your own data. The second reason is here. This is a hypercurve, a hypercircle. So this curve reflects the technology, new technology, can first have like a hype. Like everyone talks about this technology. You know, this. So we can see some really cool technology here. And, but you notice blockchain at here. So this data is from the 2017, August of 2017. So you say the trend of blockchain is going down. This is why. Because at the beginning, a lot of people have a lot of expectations of this new technology. They think this technology can change a lot of things. But in such a short time, like 1 year or 2 years, it's impossible for this new technology to be adopted by a lot of industries. So we see the technology, the trend of the technology going down. So I think the blockchain technology is now at here because now we are at almost the end of 2018. So if blockchain technology is a true innovative technology, we will see it will go back and have more and more applications to change people's life. So at this time, we think it's the best time to put some product, to give some product to the market, to let people to have more background or education about this technology. Then when the trend starts to go up, then we'll become the most successful blockchain company. So this is our roadmap. So we are on the right track, and so we started this project by the end of at the end of the 2017, and we finished every research and published our first white paper February this year. And now we are at this stage. We used the Chinese dynasty to name our different stages. So we are now at the chain stage. This is very important for us because so our test net, as you may know, our test blockchain net will be ready by the end of this month. So this will be the first blockchain combined smart contract and proof of storage consensus. So this is very unique. And by the end of this year, we'll have our mainnet ready. And next year, we will focus on integrate protocols like IPFS and OWP to make sure we have a strong infrastructure for all kinds of dApps. This is our UB tokenomics. As you may see, tokenomics is very important for most of blockchain projects. So our UB token can be used for this stuff. So first, if you want to create a smart contract on our blockchain platform, you need to use a UB token. And the second, as I just mentioned, we have this OWP protocol. So if you want to exchange the digital assets ownership, for example, if you want to exchange your photo with your friend, your friend needs to pay the UB token. And also, if you want to, if you have a spare space, you have some space you can't use, you can sell them on our market, so by using UB token. And also, if you want to retrieve or recover of your data, so you need to pay with UB token. And the last one is the most interesting one is if you want to buy the next generation or the old generation of the UB box, you need to pay with the UB token. So the UB token is the most important token inside our ecosystem. And also at here, I want to see by the end, in November, we will have our second generation of UB box available. So we will do a campaign on Indiegogo. So please follow us later, so you can have the latest news about this new generation of UB box. And this is our investors and partners. So we have received investment from more than 10 VCs and token funds, and some of them are in Korea too. So and also we have team members from more than 3 countries, and we have sold our first generation of UB box to more than 10 countries and areas. So and today I also bring one of this UB box, first generation of UB box with me. So if you are interested in this UB box, you can come to me after my presentation. So and I will show you. And that's all. So this is our website and also my email. And you can join our Telegram too. Thank you. It's a great honor to be here to present. Thank you, everyone.